My name is Clara, and this is my story. It is not a happy story, but it is real, and maybe someone listening will learn from it. It all started at a wedding. It was a warm Saturday afternoon. My childhood friend, Elena, was getting married. The hall was full of people. Everyone was happy, dancing, eating, and laughing. There was music, lights, and beautiful decorations. I was sitting with some friends, smiling and enjoying the day. Then, I saw him, a man I had never seen before. He stood at the back of the hall, tall, quiet, handsome. He was not dancing or talking. He was just watching, and he was watching me. At first, I looked away, but every time I looked in his direction, our eyes met. He didn't smile. He didn't come closer. He just stood there. I asked one of my friends, "Do you know that man over there?" She turned to look. "No. Never seen him before," she said. I forgot about it and went back to enjoying the wedding. But the way he looked at me stayed in my mind. 2 days later, I got a message on my phone. "Hi. I saw you at the wedding. Can we talk?" I didn't recognize the number. I replied, "Who is this?" He wrote back, "My name is Nathan. I was at Sammy and Elena's wedding. I saw you. You look beautiful." I was surprised, a little confused, but also curious. So I answered, "Okay, we can talk." And just like that, everything began. After that first message, Nathan and I started talking every day. He was very polite. He asked about my job, my hobbies, my family. He said, "You have a kind face. I felt peace when I looked at you." His words were gentle and warm. I had never met a man who spoke like that. He made me feel special, like I was someone important. Every morning, I woke up to a message from him. "Good morning, beautiful. I hope your day is sweet," he will say. Every night, he sent me a goodnight text. "You are in my thoughts. Sleep well." We had never even met in person, but I felt like I knew him. After just 3 days, he said something that shocked me. "Clara, I want to marry you." I laughed a little. At first, I thought it was a joke. "But we don't really know each other," I said to him. He replied, "I know enough. I've been alone for a long time, but when I saw you, I knew my search was over." He said things like, "You are the woman I've been waiting for. I see you as the mother of my children. I will take care of you." I felt confused, but also touched. I was 31, I had dated before. Many men wasted my time. Some lied, some cheated. Nathan felt different. He didn't pressure me, but he spoke with confidence. So, after 1 week of talking, I agreed to meet him for coffee. And when I saw him again, everything changed. Nathan and I started seeing each other often. Every time we met, he brought me flowers or a small gift. He always said things like, "I want to make you smile forever. I will never hurt you." He was kind, calm, and always respectful. He opened doors for me. He paid attention when I talked. He even told me about his plans for the future. After only 3 weeks, Nathan said, "Clara, I want us to start our life together. Let's get married." I was surprised. It felt too soon. But his love felt so real. He said, "Why wait when we know we're meant for each other?" My friends were shocked. "Are you sure?" they asked. But I told them, "He's not like other men. I think he's honest. He truly cares." My parents were concerned, but I told them he was what my heart desired, so they supported me. So we planned a small, simple wedding, just close family and friends. It was held in a garden under the evening sky. I wore a white dress. Nathan wore a gray suit. He looked at me with soft eyes and said, "This is the happiest day of my life." We said our vows. He promised to love me forever, and I believed him. Everything felt like a dream, the beginning of something beautiful. For the first few weeks, it truly was. Nathan cooked for me. He sent me sweet messages during the day. He held my hand when we walked together. He made me feel like I had found the perfect man. Before we continue, I'd truly love to know, where are you watching from? Please let me know in the comments below. It would mean so much to me. At first, everything felt perfect. Nathan was sweet, caring, and always by my side. He made breakfast some mornings. He called me during the day just to say, "I love you." I smiled a lot. I felt safe. A month after we got married, I took in. It was unexpected. I hadn't even settled into the reality of being a wife. And now, I was going to be a mother too. When I missed my period, I thought it was stress, but then came the nausea, the fatigue, the dizziness. I bought a test strip, hands shaking as I waited, 2 lines, positive. I sat on the bed and stared at the wall, unsure what to feel. It was too soon, at least that's how I felt. I had barely begun to understand who Nathan truly was. But when I told him, he smiled, a wide, joyful smile that reached his eyes. "You're going to be the mother of my children. We're going to be a family," he said softly, pulling me into his arms. His happiness gave me peace. From that moment, Nathan treated me like royalty. He made sure I didn't lift anything heavy. He brought me fruit every morning and sat with me during my morning sickness. At night, he'd talk to the tiny life growing inside me like it could already hear him. "You're gonna be just like your mama, strong and beautiful," he'd whisper to my belly. I believed this man truly loved me. During one of my checkups, the doctor smiled at us and said, "You're not having one baby, you're having 2. I gasped, "Twins?" I looked at Nathan, expecting shock, but he laughed, such a pure, deep laugh, and said, "Double the love, double the blessings." Those next few months were the most peaceful part of our marriage. He was attentive, supportive, always beside me at every hospital visit. He decorated the nursery himself, one crib in blue, the other in pink. He said we should be prepared, whether they were boys or girls. When the time came, I gave birth to 2 beautiful girls. Nathan cried in the delivery room. He kissed each child gently on the forehead and held me close. "You did amazing," he whispered. "You gave me angels." For a while, I thought that maybe I had truly found happiness. But I didn't know what was waiting for me just a few years down the road. 4 years after we had our twins, small things started to change. One evening, I saw him smiling at his phone. He didn't notice me watching. I asked gently, "Who are you chatting with?" He quickly turned off the screen and said, "Just a friend." His voice was calm, but something felt off. He never used to hide his phone before. Another day, I asked him what he wanted for dinner. He barely answered. He was distracted. His eyes stayed on his phone the whole time. At night, he stopped cuddling me. He turned away in bed. He didn't say goodnight like he used to. I tried to stay calm. Maybe he was tired, maybe work was stressing him, but the distance between us kept growing. Then came the first lie. He told me he had a meeting at work and wouldn't be home for dinner. But my friend, who works near his office, saw him at a restaurant, laughing with someone, a woman. When I asked him about it, he didn't get angry. He just said, "She's a client." It was nothing important. I wanted to believe him. I told myself, "You're just overthinking. Don't spoil your marriage over small things." But in my heart, I felt a quiet fear. Something was changing, and it was only the beginning. Then, it happened that one quiet evening, Nathan left his phone on the table and stepped into the bathroom. He never left it unlocked before. But this time, he forgot. My hands shook as I picked it up. I didn't plan to look, but my heart told me something was hidden. I opened his messages. What I saw broke me. There were long chats with a woman, romantic words, sweet names like "my love" and "my queen." He had never said those words to me. My chest tightened. I kept scrolling. He told her he missed her. He sent her money. He even sent pictures, smiling, holding hands at the park with her children. I felt dizzy. Then I saw something that made it worse. Her face. She was from my hometown. Her name is Sarah. We had attended the same high school. She was older than me. Not more beautiful, not richer, just someone I never imagined. I remembered hearing she had 3 kids. Her husband worked in the UK. She was supposed to be married. And now, she was with my husband. Tears filled my eyes. My hands went cold. When Nathan came back into the room, I couldn't even speak. I just showed him the phone. His face turned pale. He sat down slowly and whispered, "I'm sorry." That was all. No explanation, no reason, just "I'm sorry." I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I just asked, "How long?" He looked down. "Before we got married," he said, "but I thought it would end. I didn't plan to continue." He lied again. "Because I saw recent pictures of them just last week. Looking back now, I wouldn't be surprised if one or even more of her children turned out to be his." I stood up, walked out of the room, and sat in the dark. I couldn't sleep that night. My whole marriage felt like a lie. The next morning, I packed a small bag. I took my 2 children, our daughters, and left the house. I didn't say anything to anyone. I just went straight to my parents' home. For 1 week, I didn't speak about it, not even to my mother. I said I needed rest, but inside, I was trying to understand how my life had fallen apart so fast. One evening, my parents sat me down. My mother asked, "Clara, why haven't you gone home?" I looked at her. I stayed silent. My father said, "You're married now. It's not good to stay here for too long. Tell us what happened." So, I told them part of the truth, not everything. Just enough to explain the pain in my heart. At first they didn't believe me. My father said, "Nathan is a man. Men make mistakes." My mother added, "You have children. Try to forgive him. Maybe he will change." A few days later, Nathan came to my parents' house. He stood at the door with flowers in his hands and tears in his eyes. He said, "I've made a terrible mistake. I don't want to lose you. Please forgive me. I love you, Clara." He begged, he cried, he promised it was over with the other woman. For the sake of my children. I agreed. I returned home. But something inside me had changed. I didn't smile the way I used to. I didn't laugh when he told his jokes. I couldn't even look him in the eye for long. My heart no longer trusted him. Still, I tried. For my children, I tried to forgive. But peace never returned. The nights felt colder, the silence between us grew louder, and deep down, I feared the worst. 4 months passed. I waited, watched, hoped, but nothing changed. Nathan was back to hiding his phone. He came home late, sometimes after midnight. He didn't talk much anymore, and when he did, his words felt empty. One Saturday evening, I saw it with my own eyes. I had taken the children to visit my aunt. On the way back, I passed a quiet road near the old cinema. That's when I saw his car, parked inside, two people, Nathan and Sarah. He was laughing. She touched his face. They looked happy. My hands tightened on the steering wheel. I drove past slowly. My eyes filled with tears, but I didn't stop. That night, when he came home, I said nothing. He kissed our children and walked into the kitchen like nothing was wrong. Then he came to me and said, "You're the best wife, the best mother. I'm so lucky to have you." I looked at him and said nothing. Later, when he was asleep, I sat alone in the living room. I thought about all the chances I gave him. The times I cried into my pillow, the lies, the disrespect. He hadn't changed. He never planned to. That's when I knew this had to end. The next morning I woke up before everyone. I made breakfast for the children. I packed their school bags. I ironed their uniforms and laid them out neatly. Then I sat on the edge of the bed and looked at Nathan. He was still asleep, peaceful, as if he hadn't destroyed anything. My heart felt tired, not angry, just tired. When the children left for school, I called my parents. I told them everything this time, the truth, all of it. There was silence on the phone. Then my mother said softly, "We will support whatever decision you make." That afternoon, I told Nathan I wanted a divorce. He froze, he blinked, as if he didn't understand. "A divorce?" he repeated. "Yes," I said calmly. "I've given you chances, too many. This time, I'm choosing myself." He fell to his knees, he cried, he begged. But his tears didn't move me anymore. I had cried enough for both of us. 2 weeks later, I left. I took only what I needed. My children stayed with my parents for a while. And I, Clara, left the country. I moved to Canada for a change of environment. I found a job there. It wasn't easy. I missed my children every day. But I was free. And I was proud. For the first time in a long time, I could breathe again. It's been over a year now. I live in a small apartment in a quiet city. Far from the pain, far from Nathan, far from everything that broke me. I work 6 days a week. It's not easy, but I wake up with purpose, and I sleep in peace. I talk to my children every day. They are growing well. I send money home. I plan to bring them to live with me one day. People sometimes ask, "Do you regret marrying him? Do you wish you never met him?" And the truth is, no. I don't regret my life, because through the pain, I discovered my strength. Through betrayal, I learned my worth. Through silence, I found my voice. I was once a woman who begged for love. Now, I am a woman who gives love to herself. Nathan may never change. Sarah may still be in his life, but I'm no longer part of that story. My story is different now. It is a story of healing, a story of growth, a story of freedom. And to every woman listening to this, you are not weak for forgiving. But you are powerful when you decide to walk away. Thank you for listening to Clara's story. It is a story of love, betrayal, pain, and most importantly, strength. Sometimes, the people we trust the most hurt us the deepest. But even in heartbreak, there is a chance to begin again. You are not defined by who left or who lied. You are defined by how you rise, how you heal, and how you keep going. If you are in a painful place right now, remember this: you are allowed to walk away, you are allowed to choose yourself, and you are allowed to start over. Keep loving, keep learning, keep living. You are not alone. Thank you for listening. Your support means the world to us. Like if you enjoyed this story. Share with your friends to help them learn English. Click on the subscribe button for more emotional and inspiring stories. See you in the next one.